Hello friends, welcome to Saturday's video. Yes, I had a plan and then I decided I wanted to do a different plan. So if you saw Tuesday's video, then you will have seen that I tested out these 3 mica powders. They are from Mr. Fancy Pants Supply Company. Again, not affiliated, not sponsored. I didn't get gifted these. I bought these myself because I fell in love with the Riodo and tried them out. If you haven't seen that video, please go back and watch it. But so this one is the Galileo, and I tried it 2 separate ways. I mixed it into the resin, and then I also just dusted it onto the mold. Very, very pretty. And this has black resin. Okay, so that's the Galileo. The second one was the Joplin, which is beautiful blue. So this is it mixed in. Much more green than blue, I would say. And then dusted, right? Yes. But this one was the one that I was most excited to try, and I'm so happy I did. Riodo. So this is mixed in. Gorgeous. Very nice. Very luscious. And then this is it dusted. And you can see all of the pretty colors that it makes. So yeah. So anyway, I did these tests because I wanted to see which way I preferred. And my bonus unmolding will actually confirm, hopefully, why I've decided to do what I'm about to do. So, I have these mandala coaster molds. They're so gorgeous. It comes 4 to a set, but I only want to do 2 here. And I don't want to show my bonus unmolding. Number 1, because it's not complete. I do need a second layer on top of it. But number 2, because I don't want to spoil it. So, what I want to do is I want to do a thin layer of black, and then a layer of the Riodo, and then a layer of the Joplin, and then a layer of the Galileo in the middle, and just see what that all does. Because looking at my bonus unmolding, I think it's going to turn out really cool. I'm hoping. And I'm pushing this back to Saturday because I want to finish these coasters off. One of the biggest questions that I get all the time is how do you finish off your tarot cards or your coasters like this. So I'm going to show that yet again. I do have an entire video on it, but yeah, we're going to show it again anyway, okay? Alright, so I'm going to get my resin warmed up, get it all mixed up, and get it pouring, and yeah, I'm excited to see if this works, how it looks, and all that stuff. So stick around, stick with me. Let's start resin. It's bonus unmolding time. Yeah. Bonus unmolding. So I had some of the blue and the black left over. So I poured them into here. I also poured something else with some of the leftovers, but I don't want to demold that on this one as a bonus unmolding because I did the same style as the ones for the video. So I didn't, I don't want to give away, like, spoilers. Oh, big bubbles in there. Okay. But still really pretty. It's kind of interesting looking, I suppose. Ooh, look at that. Ooh. Anyway, that's your very bland bonus unmolding. And in under a minute, too. All right, friends. Shall we demold and see how they look? I'm very interested to see what they look like. Not at all what I expected, but okay. Yeah. Okay. So it's kind of hard to see, even in person. Let me see if I can show you kind of how the blue kind of crept in to that Riotto. The Joplin crept into the Riotto. Okay, so there's that one. And now let's look at this one. Oh, this one's cool. Wow, that's got like an ethereal kind of, like out of this world kind of look to it. That's closer to what I was going for, actually, is that. Man, that's pretty. Okay. So I did promise that I was going to finish these off. I was trying to decide between white or a metallic gold. I think the white is going to look the best. Despite spraying the molds with some alcohol before pouring, I do have a few little bubbles here and there in this one and a couple in this one, but it shouldn't be too bad. And yes, I wanted to show you guys what I do for these. So, I'm just using Folk Art. This is acrylic paint. Apple Barrel is also a great paint brand if you guys are into that. Any acrylic paint, water-based acrylic paint, I don't even know if they have like an alcohol or mineral spirit based acrylic paint, but any acrylic paint that is not too thin, okay? That's what you're looking for. So not anything from the Dollar Tree, unless they're carrying Apple Barrel or Folk Art. I would not use the Dollar Tree stuff because it's just far too thin. Okay, so I grabbed some paper towels, and these are going to be used to buff the paint off of the surface level and also help push it in more to the crevices of the piece. This is not going to be particularly pretty by any means. Again, this is mostly for demonstration purposes. But yeah, I've just got one of these little scrapers. I think these came with Dr. Crafty resin when I was using that, but you can get them with most resins or order them yourself. They're relatively cheap. Okay. So what I'm going to do, right, so I'm going to just pour the paint straight on there, like in a line kind of, and then go in with my scraper, which I know doesn't look like much right now, but you do have to take your time with this. But I would honestly recommend not taking too much time with it, and I'm just kind of moving it into those crevices. I'm gonna add some more. There's like really like deep crevices right here at the top part. There we go. So I'm going to get it into those. Okay. And then I'm going to take, I know this looks like a hot mess. I promise it gets better. I'm going to take my paper towel here and gently I'm going to rub in a circular fashion. And again, this is going to do two things. Number one, it's pushing that paint down into those crevices while also helping to get rid of the paint on the top portion where we don't want the paint to sit. You know what? I'm actually kind of hating adding the paint to it. I thought that I would like it. But compared to like my little tarot cards, these crevices are a lot more prominent. Like a lot wider. But there you can see kind of how it's going to look once it's finished. I actually think I'm not going to keep the paint in this. I think I'm going to go rinse it out in the sink. So this portion was kind of a fail. But I do want to buff it out a little bit and just kind of show you guys what I mean. Again, I'm rubbing very, very gently. I'm not putting a ton of pressure on it. And you can see how it kind of shines right up. Obviously, I missed a piece right there. You can see how it kind of shines right up once you get that excess paint off of the resin. Again, I do have a full video showing this, and it's on the tarot cards, which is a lot better to demonstrate with. I just was kind of wondering whether or not this would even look good on this style coaster. I think it would if the coaster was a solid black or a solid Rioto or purple or blue. But the fact that it is a multi-pour like this, I think that, yeah, I think that's not conducive to a beautiful finish. So, like I said, I'm going to go rinse the paint off of this because I hate it. You know how we creatives are, man. If we get a bug up our butt, we got to try it. And then if we don't like it, well, there you go. That's done. But stay tuned, okay? Because I'm going to go rinse this off, and I'm going to do another bonus unmolding. And this one I'm super excited about. So, yes, stick around. I promise you want to see this, okay? All right, I'll be back. It's bonus unmolding time. Yeah. Okay. Paint's all washed off of that, and it's all dry. Here is the bonus unmolding. I had some extra from when I made the bookmarks. So I decided to pour them into this wine butler. And then I topped it off with clear because this side was really cool, right? But when I looked at it from the bottom, I was like, oh my God, that is really cool. And it looks like an eyeball. Look at that. You can kind of see where I had pulled through with the toothpicks. Regrettably, I did forget to do that for these things. But yeah, I think that side looks really, really cool. I got some ink on my arm. It's always something. So the reason that I did this side clear was in case you weren't, oh, that's so funny. Because it's still a little moist, the moisture kind of attached to the top. But I poured the top clear in case the eyeball side wasn't your favorite side. I was like, why don't I do that for all of my wine butlers? You know, I think that would be kind of the smartest idea. And that way you could even make a double-sided wine butler, you know, depending on what people want their wine butler to be. But anyway, yeah, that's today's video. Honestly, I think this turned out better than these did, although this one is, I mean, this one is just really freaking cool looking in person. Yeah, I like it. This side is kind of cool looking, like it looks kind of galaxy-like. I'm trying to see if you guys can see that a little bit better. But, yeah, I don't know. I do think that I like the wine butler, which was meant to be a bonus unmolding, better than I like the main pours. And so it goes. All right. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know by hitting the thumbs up button. Really helps out my channel, helps me to grow. Also, if you are new, stick around by clicking the red subscribe button and ringing the bell for notifications. Thank you again so very much for watching, and I hope that you have a fantastic day. Take care. Happy Saturday.